full size.
Hello YouTube, today we are going to be going over the top of the basics for Photoshop. Okay, so you want to first of all open the software. I'm using Photoshop CS6 Extended, but I'm pretty sure it's the same for pretty much every Photoshop. The older ones may be a little bit different, but they shouldn't be too hard to find. So we're going to create a new one. So would you call this one YouTube? Okay, and have it whatever size you want. I'm having it about the size of the magazine cover. So I'm going to show you guys what all these tools do, or most of them, and yeah. So first of all, you'll need an example image. 50%. We'll do 50%. Okay, so we'll try and get one like this. So we'll copy the image, and you want to paste it into your Photoshop, or you can save it and put it in your Photoshop that way, but this way's a lot quicker, and don't forget, it's just a tutorial. Okay, so for example, this top tool right here, this allows you to move the image around, as you can see. And if you have a look round about this area in the black box, it tells you how far, like, you're moving the image, like how far it is in the page. The next tool you'll notice is dotted line. With this, you can select a piece of an image. For example, we'll do his face. So select the image, and you can copy and paste it if you want to, but it looks pretty crappy, so I'm going to delete that. This next tool allows you to cut around the person, so you can cut around them, but I don't really recommend this tool as it's very hard to use. So if you keep holding this little arrow here, you can select it, whichever one you want. And this one might be a little bit easier, but it only does straight lines. Okay, so okay, I don't know how to get rid of this. Okay, so just like that. This next tool, it's like it may look like a little brush with like a patch, or it may look like this with a magician's wand. I don't really recommend the magician's wand as it's not very effective, so I don't really recommend using this tool. So the quick selection tool allows you to select around an image. For example, we're doing our 50% here. You can go around, select the image. I'll be doing tutorials on this, on how to make it more effective, make it look a lot better. So this is brushed, so don't think this is how it turns out, because it depends how much time you spend on it really. So we'll copy and paste the image, delete that other image, and you've got 50% as your background. As I said, this is rough copy, so it might not be the best quality, but I could do better. This next tool is the cropping tool, so you can crop your image. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what cropping an image is, so yeah. Okay, this tool allows you to select a colour, for example the skin colour. As you can see, it changed. Watch it change. It changed. That's so you can blend in the skin tone, or just if you want the colour. This next tool looks like a plaster and a patch. This like drags it down so you can make him look slimmer or whatever you want to. I don't know. I've not really done much work with that tool. This next tool is obviously just a paintbrush. You can paint with it. Like fade in some of the skin tone, stuff like that. This stamp, I'm not actually quite sure what this does. It won't let me use it, but I'm sure we'll use it in the future anyway. This looks like a brush with an arrow. This doesn't really do much, I don't think. So obviously the rubber is going to be a rubber, so you can erase things like so. Next is the bucket, basic tool. You can fill in the background, stuff like that. And we have like a raindrop, like drop of something. This just like waters everything down. Like I can't really explain it, but it makes the image more smooth, I think. Not quite sure. This tool, I'm not quite sure again, but I'm sure we'll come across that. This tool, you can select things like that. The T is obviously T for text. You can type in your text like so. So this does your text. If you want to change the colour of your text, highlight it and move this along. Obviously I'll be showing you guys how to do it more effectively in the future, again in some of my other episodes. So that'll do for now. This tool, like if you have a look, it selects a square. This is a like selecting tool. You can select more than one thing at once. The circle, this is actually for shapes, so if you click the little arrow, you can choose from custom shapes, as you can see. The hand tool, this can move you around the page if it's big. Well, I can't do it because it's small. The zoom in tool, this is really easy. Zoom in and zoom out. Pretty easy. This is just another way of selecting your colours instead of doing it at this little bar at the top. This is your layers, so you can move your layers, like for example, we'll want the text in front of 50 Cent. Oops, sorry about that guys. Right, so we want the text in front of 50 Cent, or you can have it behind 50 Cent. It's real easy to use. So as I said, I'll show you guys how to use all these in some of my other episodes. So please subscribe, like, comment, and that's about it. Comment on what stuff you'd like me to do in Photoshop, so I can do some of those in my other episodes. So thanks for watching. Hope this helped. Bye.